Soon I will be spending a few days with my 2 teenage daughters. They are angry that I've chosen to be with you. I am torn because my desire for approval, for being a good mother, is very strong, and I feel guilty being with you while they continue to suffer alone. Would you please talk about how to break free of society's conditioning about motherhood?
Everything depends on a very simple understanding. The whole idea that children's are your possession is wrong. They are born through you, but they do not belong to you. You have a past, they have only future. They are not going to live according to you. To live according to you will be almost equivalent to not living at all. They have to live according to themselves, in freedom. In responsibility. In danger. In challenge. But that's how one becomes still. The parents have carried the idea down the ages that children belong to them, and they have to be just carbon copies of them. A carbon copy is not a beautiful thing. An existence does not believe in carbon copies. It rejoices in originality. Once you understand that your children do not belong to you, they belong to existence. You have been just a passage. You have to be grateful to existence that it has chosen you to be a passage of few beautiful children. But you are not to interfere in their growth, in their potential. You are not to impose yourself upon them. They are not going to live in the same times. They are not going to face the same problems. They will be part of another world. don't prepare themselves for this world, this society, this time, because then you will be creating troubles for them. They will find themselves unfit, unqualified. You have to help them to grow beyond you. You have to help them not to imitate you. And that is really the duty of the parents, to help the children not to fall into imitation. Children are imitative. And naturally, whom they are going to imitate? The parents are the closest people. And up to now, parents have enjoyed it very much. That their children are just like them. The father is proud because his son is just like him. He should be ashamed that his son is just like him. Then one life is wasted. Then his son is not needed. He was enough. Because of this wrong conception of pride in children imitating you, we have created a society of imitators. One of the most famous Christian books is written by Kempis, Imitation of Christ. It is almost second to the Holy Bible. One great Christian theologian and a world famous author of many treatises, Stanley Jones, used to stay with me. Whenever he used to come to my city, and he was continuously going around the world, he was always keeping the book Imitation of Christ. And once I told him that if you really understand, then this book should be burnt. To teach anybody to imitate Christ is to destroy that person. One Christ is enough, more than enough. Many Christs carrying their crosses on their shoulders would make a very hilarious scene. And everybody proclaiming himself to be the only begotten Son of God. The word imitation has never been condemned, but it should be condemned. The religious founders have been wanting people to imitate them. The parents have been wanting their children to imitate them. The teachers, the professors, the priests, everybody is wanting children to imitate them. The children become a mass phenomenon, carbon copies of many people. Much ado about nothing. I remember I must have been 7 years old, and a friend of my father who had not seen me, who had not come for 7 years. He had gone for a long pilgrimage. Around the Ganges. Hindus do that. To go around the whole Ganges, both the sides. It is thousands of miles deep in the Himalayas, dangerous valleys, mountains. After 7 years he has come. And he wanted to see me. And he said to my father that his eyes look like you. And to my grandfather that his nose looks like you. And to my uncle that his face looks like you. I said, wait. Does anything look like me? Am I here or not? You are being utterly disrespectful to me. He was shocked. He could not conceive that it will be a disrespect, because this is commonly done every day in every home. The child's eyes look like the mother. His face looks like the father. And they all feel proud. and nobody bothers about the child, whether anything looks like him or not. But I made it clear to him that just take your words back. Because I can say to you that my eyes don't look like my father. You have another look. And my face does not look like my uncle. How it can look? I have my own eyes and I have my own face. And I am going into the world with my face and with my eyes. He asks to be forgiven. Later on he told to my father that your son seems to be dangerous. I have never seen anybody so assertive. And at this age, my father said, first we used to feel very embarrassed by things he will do or say, but now we have started feeling proud because he seems to be right. You are not the first man who have compared my eyes with him. Many others have done that, and he has taken me to the mirror and told me that, look, they are not the same. And I have to say to you, they are not the same. He is right. The whole humanity has lived in such a wrong way. And for so long. That we have completely forgotten that there can be some other way, that there can be an alternative. You are here with me. In fact, you should make your children understand that this is a great opportunity for you. To be yourself. Because I am with you, there is every possibility, knowingly, unknowingly, I may treat habitually just the old things. Behave the way my parents have behaved with me. And that will be ugly. And tell them not to feel angry at me. Rather, bring them to me sometime. Once in a while, when they have holidays, let them come to me. They will understand me more clearly than you, because they are fresher, younger, closer to nature, yet unspoiled. They are not going to be angry at me. And once they start understanding me, they will be proud of you, not feeling that they have been abandoned by you, but feeling that they have been given freedom, which is the greatest gift in the world possible. And once your children start feeling proud of you, that you are one of the rarest mothers to give them freedom and to bring them to a man who can help them how to be free and how to be responsible, how to be oneself. In this world of imitators, how to be original and authentic. Because only those few individuals feel fulfilled who are themselves. Others simply live miserably, hoping that tomorrow things will be better, but that tomorrow never comes. Once they start understanding something of what I am doing here and why you are here, they will be proud of you. And their being proud of you will immediately erase the feeling of guilt in you. You are feeling guilty that you have left children alone. Perhaps this is not right. According to the old mind, it is not right. According to the old mind, everything has to be taught. They are not to be allowed to be themselves. They have to be molded into a certain ideal. This very process of molding is going to kill them. And there are corpses all around the world, moving, doing things, but I say that they are corpses because they are not themselves. If they had been given freedom, if they had been given a chance to grow naturally, to be themselves, they would have never been the person they are. And only then they would have been able to find a certain contentment and satisfaction. You need not feel guilty. Those who are destroying their children, they should feel guilty. Giving children freedom and once in a while you will be going. Once in a while you will be with your children. And that is a pure gift to be once in a while, because then you can be loving. You have gathered so much love for so many days. You have been far away. There have been so much longing. You will shower upon them your whole love. They will see only your loving being, 24 hours being with them. Every day, year in, year out, you cannot remain loving. You are bound to be angry. You are bound to be jealous. You are bound to be everything that you should not be before your children, because they will learn those things from you. My whole idea is that parents should be meeting children only occasionally, so they can pour their whole heart, and the children know their mothers and their fathers only as pure love. They don't know that these both persons fight continuously. They nag. They throw things at each other. I used to live in a place where everybody was surprised. It was a big apartment house. Thin modern walls. You can hear everything that is going on the other side. You need not go to the movies or any other entertainment. It is available, free, and just without any effort, just lying on your bed. And all around things are happening. The most amazing part was that from every apartment there was always coming screams, shouting, fighting, beating, things being thrown, plates being broken. Just from one house, there was always heard great laughter. The whole neighborhood was surprised. That seemed to be the ideal couple. Never anything except a great laughter was heard from that apartment. One day, going for a morning walk, I met the man. And I asked him that you are the most ideal couple, not only in this building, perhaps in the whole world. Nothing else is ever heard except laughter. Can you tell me the secret? He said, don't ask me. It is better not to ask, not to say anything about it. Because I feel like crying. I said, I am praising you and you feel like crying. He said, you don't understand at all. The reality is, she throws things at me. When she hits, she laughs. When she misses, I laugh. But don't tell it to anybody. This management is going on well. But the same man, after 5 years, went to the court, he wanted divorce. The whole neighborhood was surprised. I had never told anybody, because it was such a private thing. Everybody was just amazed that what happened, that they have gone to the court and we here for divorce. I was going to the university. I thought first I should visit them. The court was just on the way. So I stopped at the court and went into the court. The judge was asking that how long you have been married. They said, for 6 years. So why you want now to divorce? What has happened? He said, what has happened? She throws things at me. The judge said, recently she has started throwing things at you? He said, no, she has been throwing from the very first night. The judge said, you amaze me. If she has been throwing things for the very first night, then for 6 years what you have been doing? Why did not you come earlier for divorce? He said, you don't understand. Now she has become so practiced. She never misses. It is always she is laughing. Now it is months I have not laughed. Now I cannot tolerate it. First it used to be almost 50-50. One time she will laugh, one time I will laugh. It was okay. We were equal. Now it is intolerable. Only she laughs. And I am just standing there like an idiot. Never a chance to laugh. It is better that the children don't see your ugly faces. If no child comes to know about these ugly faces, his life will be totally different. It will be a life of love, without jealousies, without nagging, without throwing things. Because he had no chance to learn these things. You need not feel guilty. Those parents should feel guilty who never leave alone their children. Once in a while go, Be with them. And then you can be as totally with them as possible. And once in a while, bring them here. You have to share me with your children. If you love me, you would like your children also to love me. Don't leave them in anger at me. That is not right. And their love towards me will help you immensely not to feel guilty. It will help the children also that it is good that you are here. They would also like to be here someday when their educations are complete, when they are grown up and they are ready to move into life. They would like to learn more about the complexities of existence, intricacies of life, its delights, and the art how to achieve it.
I realized this morning, when you were talking, that I am a fighter, a proud fighter. I love to stand in the face of the strongest storm and laugh. I don't like to lie in the sun and melt. And yet my heart longs to melt. It yearns, but it never seems to have a chance. How can I salvage my being?
There is no problem in it. If you feel you are a fighter, if you enjoy being fighting, not only that, if you are proud of being a fighter, then relax. Fight totally. Then don't fight your fighting nature. That will be let go for you. It is perfectly beautiful to stand before the strongest star and laugh. Don't feel guilty. Just try to understand one thing. When I say let go, I don't mean that you have to change anything. I simply mean whatever you feel you are. Just allow it its totality. Be a fighter with your whole being. And in this totality you will find the melting of the heart. That will be your reward of being total. You do not need to do anything for it. Rewards come on their own. Just be total in anything that you feel you love, that you feel proud of. Just be total in it. Don't create a split. Don't be half and half. Don't be partial. If you are total, one day standing against the strongest storm, laughing, you will suddenly feel your heart melting in the sun. That will come to you as a reward. Man unnecessarily creates problems. I want you to understand that there are no problems in life except that you create them. Just try to see whatsoever feels good for you is good. Then go the whole way. Even if the whole world is against it, it doesn't matter. And whether you have gone total and whole will be decided by the reward. If you start feeling at one point a sudden melting, then you know you have not cheated yourself, that you have been sincere, true. Now is really the point where you can be proud.
What will be the next phase of your work once you have found a stable residence?
That's really a problem, and unanswerable too, because I never think of tomorrow, and I don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. I'll leave it up to tomorrow. I don't burden myself too much. Today is enough unto itself. Tomorrow I will be there. The problems will be there, the challenges will be there. And I will be available to those challenges, to those problems. My whole life I have lived this way, without any predecision, without any commitment for the future, without any promise to myself or to anyone else for the next moment. And that has given me the most precious gift of life. I have become attuned with existence. Knowing not where I am going, I am going joyously. One thing I know, existence has no goal. And as part of existence, I cannot have any goal. The moment you have a goal, you cut yourself away from existence. Then a small dewdrop is trying to fight against the ocean. Unnecessary is the trouble. Meaningless is the struggle. I never think of the yesterdays. And I never think of tomorrows. That leaves me just the small moment, the present moment, unburdened, uncluttered, clean, free. So I don't know the answer of your question. All that has happened in my life if you try to recapitulate it, you will find certainly a tremendously systematic program, as if I had planned from the very beginning everything in minute detail. But this is an absolute wrong idea. As far as I am concerned, I have never planned anything. I have simply lived. Wondering what is going to happen next. I have kept my wondering eyes alive, just like a small child. Hasya has to plan, Jayesh has to plan, Jan has to plan. So they are all suffering from fever, tired. Just look at Jayesh. But I am simply wondering what is going to happen.
You are giving your life to help people find inner freedom, and the whole world is trying to take away your freedom. That is, freedom of speech, of movement, and so on. How is it possible that you do not give up? What is compassion? Does compassion possess you like love? Or can you choose whether or not to be compassionate?
The question has many questions in it. First, I am not making any effort to give freedom to people from the bondage of their rotten past. It is not my effort. It is simply my joy. I enjoy doing it. Hence, there is no tension about it, whether I succeed or not. I am not serious. It is just playfulness. I am free, and I have enjoyed it. And out of that joy, arises an overflow of energy, is spreading on its own account. I am just a watcher, not a doer. Secondly, the world cannot take my freedom. It can try, but its failure is absolutely certain. For the simple reason, because to me freedom is more valuable than my life. I will rather risk my life than choose to lose my freedom. Hence nobody can take it. They can kill me, but they cannot kill my spirit. They cannot kill my freedom. They are doing everything in their hand. And they seem to be desperate. And I am joyfully trying to find new ways to reach people. At the most, they can take my life, but they cannot take my freedom. They can take your freedom only when you value your life more than freedom. Then your freedom can be taken very easily. Just a threat to your life and your freedom can be taken. But they cannot take my freedom, because to me life has no value and freedom has all value. To me, freedom is life. They can destroy my body, but they cannot destroy my consciousness. So there is no question of their taking my freedom. They may be powerful, they are powerful. All the governments of the world, they are together against a single individual, and still they cannot take his freedom. And I can say it with absolute certainty that they cannot take my freedom, because I am ready to offer my life at any moment. Thirdly, you ask, is it your compassion as possessive of you as love? No. Compassion is not possessive. In love, you fall. Hence the phrase, falling in love. Have you ever heard somebody falling in compassion? That kind of phrase does not exist in any language. You rise in compassion. Compassion does not possess you. Neither you possess compassion. That is something subtle to be understood. It is easy to understand whether it possesses you or not. But my answer is, compassion does not possess me, neither I possess it. Compassion has become my nature. There is no duality of the possessor and the possessed. So it is a very different situation from love. It is not in my hands to stop being possessed, to be compassionate. To be compassionate. Because I am not separate from it. In either case, whether you possess something or something possesses you, the duality remains. But in compassion, the duality disappears. You are it. There is nobody else. So you can simply be it. There is no other way of being.
I have so little trust. Can I still be your sannyasin?
The question is not of being my sannyasi. The question is of being a sannyasi. To be my sannyasin certainly needs a certain commitment, a certain surrender. And I do not want you to be surrendered to me or to be committed to me. I want you to be surrendered to nature, committed to existence. You need not be my sannyasi. You have just to be a sannyasi. And that's the only way of being my sannyasi. It is not a direct phenomenon. Directly you commit and surrender to existence. But the deeper you surrender to existence, life, nature, the more loving, the more understanding, the more insightful you become. And that insight will bring you closer to me. You will find in me indirectly the state of total surrender, total trust. Don't be worried that you don't have that total trust now. Even if you have a little bit of trust, that is enough to begin with. Just open the bank account. You need not have millions to open the bank account. With the smallest trust, you can start the journey. And as the journey grows deeper, the trust grows deeper. And soon you will find yourself surrounded with only trust. And that moment you will feel you are my sannyasi. Those who have come directly to me can betray. Those who have come indirectly to me cannot betray. Because even coming before me, even coming before to me, they have already tasted something of the beyond. And to betray is impossible. But there have been many sannyasis who had come directly to me. They started their commitment, their trust towards me as a beginning. That is not a right beginning. Because that means there is a certain belief. They don't know me. They can't know me. And still they have believed. There is danger. Because the doubt is there. The doubt can any day take over their belief. But the authentic sannyasis, the real ones, have come to me in a very indirect way. It is very difficult for you to find out who has come in what way. Because it is something inner that you cannot see. But the people who have come slowly, trying to understand me, step by step, moving towards being natural, authentic, sincere. Then suddenly one day they find they are related to me. Strangely, they have never tried it. They have not made any effort. It is a discovery. So sannyas to me has to be a discovery. Then you cannot lose it. It is your own discovery. Don't be worried that your trust is partial. That's enough. That much will do. You want to learn swimming. You need not jump into the deep waters. immediately. Otherwise, there is a danger. You will get scared for your whole life. You will never come close to water. The Sufi story is there that Mullah Nasruddin wanted to learn swimming. But as he went close to the river with the teacher who was going to teach him, he slipped and fell into the river, and it was deep river. He was saved by the teacher, but he got few times under the water, and as he was out, he took his shoes and ran away. And the teacher said, "Where are you going? You had come to learn swimming." He said, "No, first I will learn swimming, and then I will come to near the waters. Otherwise, I am not going to come near the waters. It is too dangerous. First I will learn swimming." But where he is going to learn swimming? You cannot learn swimming in your bedroom. There is no other way. But unfortunately, he entered the river from the wrong end. The teacher would have taken him where the water was shallow, and slowly would have encouraged him to go towards deeper waters. As he would have become more proficient, the teacher would have encouraged him to go farther and farther. Just a little trust is enough. In the beginning, you cannot hope to have total trust. That's how we start making impossible demands upon ourselves, and then we cannot fulfill them. Guilt arises. A condemnation of oneself arises. A rejection that I am not worthy. But all these things are unnecessary. And this has happened all over the world. Everybody is feeling unworthy because he aspired in the very beginning to find the end. And naturally it was impossible. He could not reach it. And that stopped him even to start the journey again. I used to live with one of the professors in the same house. I was living alone, and he felt that looking at the condition of my cottage, he said it will be better you come and start living with me. Because I had my bed just near the door, so that I can simply jump in the bed, jump out of it. I never used to enter in the house, because who is going to clean it? And when he saw this situation, he said, I have never seen such a way of living. Just in front of me was my bathroom, and that much space was all that I used to move from the bed to the bathroom, and all my books were around the bed. So I can pick up any book that I need. And whenever the bed became too dirty, I just simply used to put the light off. Then everything looks the same. He said, this is not good. My wife will take care of you, you come with me. And we don't have any children. And he was an old man. He was just like my father, and he said, I won't let you live here. I have never thought that you are living in this way. You have invented an absolutely new way of life, that you put the light off if you see that it is too much dirty. So I went to live into his house. He was an atheist. He did not believe in God. And he was interested in me because he thought I am also an atheist. Because he has heard me speaking in the university and other places and declaring that there is no God. So he thought we both are atheists. But on the way I made it plain to him that you may be under a wrong impression. I am not an atheist. He said, what? And you declare in everywhere that there is no God. I said, yes, I declare there is no God. That's why I cannot be atheist. A God is needed to be a theist, to believe in it. But a God is needed also to be an atheist, not to believe in it. And there is no God. So I don't fall in any category. He said, my God. So you don't fall in any category? I said, no. I lived with him for a few months. And the more I tried to understand him, I came to the conclusion, a very strange conclusion, which proved right on many other atheists that I had to meet during my life, that this man has been a great theist in his past life, and because he failed to find God, he reversed his position to the other extreme. Otherwise, it is inexplainable that atheists should waste so much time in denying God. When there is no God, why bother about it? And they write books and pamphlets, and they make associations. They have their own philosophy, and they are more argumentative than theists. Almost all the time, the whole time, whoever they meet, sooner or later, the conversation turns into atheism, that there is no God. This insistence, this wastage on something negative simply means they are taking revenge with themselves. They have been theists, and I came to the conclusion because I started hypnotizing this old man. I told him that this is my logical conclusion, but I want to know exactly where you were in your past life, in what belief, in what religion. And he was excited to know about it. So he was willing. Unless someone is willing, you cannot hypnotize him. The art of hypnosis needs a very intelligent man and very willing man. You cannot hypnotize an idiot. That is impossibility. Only very few people you can hypnotize who are very intelligent, sharply intelligent, and yet ready to go for an inner journey willingly. You cannot force. They have simply go with you, and living with him, slowly I persuaded him, and he became a good medium for hypnosis. And his wife was the judge, because I used to tell her to sit there and to see the situation, because this man will not remember when he wakes up, and he would deny me. So you have to be my witness. That man was a very great theist, lived his whole life worshipping God, renounced his family, did all kinds of ascetic disciplines, and failed as was bound to, because there is no God to achieve. That failure turned the whole pendulum of his consciousness to the other extreme. And now he was revengeful, unknowingly, unconsciously. And when I woke him up and told him he will deny that no. I have never been a theist and I don't believe in past life. I said, I have a witness, your wife. That you can regress in hypnosis back into the past life. And I did it dozens of times, and it was always the same result. Without any exception, he was a great theist, turned against himself because he wasted his one life. And I said to him, now you are wasting your another life. That's why I say that I don't belong to any category. I don't want to waste my life for God, this way or that. To me, man has in him the highest potential of existence and consciousness. If he explores it, he will reach to a state of godliness. Not of God, but only of godliness. But don't be worried that you are starting with a small trust. That much is enough. To begin with, anything is enough. Just the desire to go on a pilgrimage is enough. And don't be bothered that you have to be ma sannyasin. Just be a sannyasin. Just be a seeker of truth. And perhaps later on the way somewhere, I will be meeting you. I will tell you one Sufi story. A man is going in search of truth. As he comes out of his city, he finds an old man sitting under a tree. The young man does not know where to go in search of truth. He has heard that one has to go somewhere in search of truth. One has to go into a pilgrimage. But where? Roads go all sides. Road is the road. Seeing the old man sitting under the tree, he thought perhaps this is old enough. He must be knowing which road leads to truth. And he asked the man. He said, yes, I know the roads. Follow the right and go on until you come to a certain tree. He described the tree in detail. Its leaves, its fruit, and you will find under it a very old man. Just to give you an example, something like me, 30 years older. And that is the man who is going to be your guide. The man was very happy. He thanked the old man and rushed towards the way he has shown. 30 years he was wandering and the tree never came and the old man never came. And he was getting tired and himself was getting old, and he said, "What a nonsense." And finally he decided it is better to go back home. Enough is enough. 30 years I have wasted in searching truth, and I have not even met the old man who is going to be my guide. And God knows when the guide meets what kind of guidance and how much it will take. It seems to be too complicated. It is better to go home. I was running a good business, destroyed the business, unnecessarily got into trouble, hearing this word truth again and again. He came back. Again he passed the tree. And he was shocked. This was the tree the old man has described. And he looked under the tree, and the old man was there. The same old man, 30 years old. And exactly the same description of everything. And he said, "My God, then why? You wasted my 30 years. He said, "I wasted your 30 years or you wasted my 30 years? Because at that time you were not ripe enough to be guided. Because I have given the whole guidance, but you didn't even look at the tree. And I was describing it in minute detail. I was describing your guide in minute detail, and you did not look at me, that I am describing myself. You were in such a hurry. You were too young. But nothing is wasted. I was waiting that one day you will come back. One day you will recognize this tree. One day you will recognize this old man. I am your guide." The young man said, "This seems to be a strange business. The story is immensely significant. You have a little trust, don't be worried, go to the right." This time not under a tree. This time on a beautiful chair. You will find